In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's good, y'all? And welcome back to the Zillennial Podcast. I'm your host, Ron. And to my, is this my right? Yeah, this is my right. We have my co-host.
Hi, I'm the Zillennial.
Tell me your name.
Oh Hi, I'm Leah Francesca.
Thank you. And today we have a very special guest.
Woo!
We have the amazing
And the beautiful
Miss Riley Burruss.
Yes.
How you feeling today?
Welcome.
Good,
Amazing.
catching up on some sleep.
As you should.
But I'm happy to be here.
Listen,
Thank you for coming.
Right before we started filming this, we found out Riley has just been a world traveler, and I just got to thank her for coming because, like, she came from China.
Yeah.
Wait, which part of China?
I was in a few different spots. Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
How
Like-
long were you out there?
2 weeks.
Oh,
Ooh.
you are definitely not adjusted back yet. You
Yeah.
are on the Twilight Zone right now.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm.
Life
hanging
doesn't
in
even
there.
feel real to you right now, I bet.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's like one big blip right now.
Well, we appreciate you
Yeah,
for coming.
thank you.
Thank
And
you for
we
having
just
me.
don't like have fun. We really just gonna vibe today, you know?
Okay,
We're
perfect.
gonna vibe, you know?
Yeah, I love the chill, hang out kind of
Yes.
vibe.
Yes.
That's what we were going for. See, we did good, Leah.
You
we
did
did good. Okay, so I want to ask you a couple questions though. So,
Okay.
first question is, I like to say we saw you grow up, but like we're low key the same age, so I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of. But like you spent a lot of time in the limelight during your childhood. Like, was it really hard for you to find that balance between having a normal childhood compared to like being?
Yeah.
Yes, on
I
TV?
think so because for me, a lot of my life was, out there.
Yes.
So it's hard trying to figure out the balance of what I kind of try to keep to myself and have, the private moments,
Yes.
but also, respect the fact that, at the end of the day, like my life is online. I got to be transparent and, open. So,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. Did you ever like have a moment where you like compared your life to other people? Because like I know, like from the Housewives, like when you and your stepsister first came together, there was like night and day from how you guys were raised.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that with like any other people?
Honestly, I don't really think so. I mean, seeing the difference between me and my sister definitely was a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're cool and now we get to relate to each other a bit more
course,
because
yeah.
now I'm grown, so
Yeah. Yes.
I get it. But
get it.
yeah,
I love that. I love that. I mean, like, well, like obviously we're fans here, like, and then of course I still consider you a friend of mine too.
yeah.
But do you often find yourself in close proximity to like haters, like not necessarily people that don't like you, but like they may just be like, oh, I don't like Kandi, so I don't like Riley. Like, have you ever had people like that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have, and it's interesting because it'll be, one comment, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was your mindset. with
Yeah,
this.
like
Or do they ever do that like in real life if you were like out shopping? Because you are a public figure, people think they know you, and some people really think that they can just say anything or come up to you. Like,
Yeah, I mean, for me, a lot of people don't say things to me, like
say-
when we're face to face.
keyboard
Right.
warriors.
Yeah, it's
Keyboard-
like,
the
okay, I'll
keyboard-
see the comments, but once we're face to face, it's very cordial. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's interesting too.
That is interesting. Have you ever like had those moments to where it's like, how do I put this? They're like really rude online, but then when they get to your face, like, have you ever had those people that you remembered and then you finally met them and they were actually nicer than you expected?
Honestly, no, because typically when people have the hate comments, I
Right.
just
block.
pay it no mind.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
You should.
I was gonna say the
So
block button.
once I meet them, I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize
Didn't
you were
even
the
realize.
one, commenting.
I was like, low key, when
Yeah.
you get in those like specific situations, you have to have thick skin and like really bad memory when it comes to who said
Yeah,
what.
it's like I just try to let it go by. It goes in one ear and out the same
other.
ear. Yeah.
As you
Yeah.
should. I appreciate that. I feel like that's a hard mindset to have in this industry, especially like starting out as young as you did.
Yeah.
But at the same token, I feel like learning it early taught you a little bit. Do you
Yeah,
think so?
it definitely helped me because I think when you're young and you see all the adults talking bad about you, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you can't really take it serious, because now as an adult, I would never even think to comment on a child's page anything hateful.
I was like,
Which
adult
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, so
Like,
I've
go
definitely
start a family, please. Like,
I
what
feel
are we
like
doing?
kids should be off limits.
Kids are definitely off limits. What are we
Yeah.
doing? Like what are we doing? Like even down to when people say things about like Blue Ivy, I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
She's 13. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing in this day and age in life?
I feel like it definitely taught me to be more mature, because I'm
Right.
Yes.
like, in no world would I even think to say something hateful.
Yeah,
like, you
no.
know?
Towards a kid.
I think
Yeah.
it's like
Which is crazy.
the dangers of parasocial relationships too. Mm-hmm. Like people kind of have this parasocial relationship with people that they've watched for so long that they think they could say anything about any aspect of their life.
And it's also like, I'm still growing, I'm still developing. Like every other month, I'm a new person. Well,
Yes.
that sounds crazy, but like,
Yeah.
I'm growing.
We're in
you
that
know?
age though.
Yeah.
Like we kind of discovered that we're like around the same age. So I get
Yeah.
that too. Like one week I'm like, maybe I should like go skydiving or something. Like you ever just had those moments?
Yeah, and then the next week I'm like, why did I ever think
did I
that
do
was a good idea? Yeah.
Well, it's not bad, you guys. You guys should try it.
What, skydiving? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you did. She
I
went
did.
skydiving for her birthday last
Oh,
year.
really?
Yeah.
I used to think I wanted to do that, and then
It's
when
not
I
that
grew up,
bad.
I got afraid of heights. So
See,
Really?
I always
not
wanted
that
to do
bad.
the indoor skydiving.
No,
Oh,
that's like
yes.
no. It's
I was a big child though, so they wouldn't let me do it.
no.
It was weird.
No.
Like because I could not actually get.
Wait,
suspended.
like you
Really?
went there and then they said no?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
that's wild.
I was a big child. I don't think y'all understand.
Oh my god, I would have fought them. If I was your mom, I would have been like, why are you guys
Yeah.
shaming my kid?
What could she do? The wind literally could not pick me up.
Well, you know what? That's not the case anymore. I think you should.
You think I should try it now?
Yes.
I
Now
think
we have to
that's-
do a field trip. We got to do
Yeah.
that.
We have to go indoor skydiving. I feel like that's safer than actual skydiving anyway.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad, actually.
I don't know.
It's so quick. It's so quick. The next thing you know,
So
you're
quick.
Yeah, like the time when you get out of the plane, honestly, like it would probably be like, I don't know, 2 minutes at most. The next
Oh.
thing you know, you're like on the ground.
I don't know. I saw this video
Yeah,
of
we'll
Tom
see.
Cruise skydiving for
She's
Mission
like,
Impossible,
Uh-huh.
and he like had to do. He did it 16 times.
To get the scene,
To get the shot.
To shot.
He
Oh,
he
yeah, I
skydived
don't know
16
about
times
that.
from a parachute, and one of the parachutes was lit on fire. Did it 16 times to get the
You
shot.
know, this is why he deserves the money he gets paid. He deserves every single dime.
Yeah,
Because I
crazy.
think like they were like showing all the clips from like the Mission Impossible like behind the scenes,
Yes.
like him on the side of the plane. Like that's really him doing that.
No, but Tom Cruise is a rarity though, because like him and Jackie Chan, they do their own stunts.
Mm-hmm.
As many
Yeah.
actors are qualified to do their stunts, they don't let them because they don't want to
Yeah,
mess
that-
up the money. Like,
Yeah, they're better than me for sure. I would have been like, you know
Way
what? Give
better
me a
than me.
stunt double real
please
quick.
No,
give me-
seriously.
give me 6 actually.
Yeah.
like
Someone else
actually,
can do this 16 times.
get
but not
somebody
me.
else to do it, please.
It's not that bad, you guys. Should try it. Just saying.
I mean, I'll take your word. I'll just take your word.
Yeah.
Start with
believe you.
indoor for now. Baby
Yeah.
steps.
We'll
baby
start
steps.
indoor.
Okay,
we'll
baby
start
steps.
indoor. We'll work our way up. You know.
Damn, I'm still sad about that. Why they can't let you? Never mind. Sorry.
Anyways, Riley, your mother is a mogul, if I do say so myself. Like, you know,
Okay.
I think we grew up seeing Kandi being not only a musician, but a boss in all aspects. Do you see yourself kind of in that same, like, world, in a sense?
Honestly, for me, it's kind of intimidating because, of course, every child wants to make sure they make their parents proud and
Yes.
can, top what, the previous generation did. But it's like, geez, she's done every single thing. I'm like, what can I do?
I was like,
you
listen,
know?
Kandi has had everything.
Yeah.
I promise you, if you told me she made this table, I would believe you. Like, that's what
Yeah.
it is. But I love that. I think that's like, it's an admirable mindset because it's like every little thing you can see where you can make money, make it.
Wait, isn't
And I
your mom
respect
like a Taurus? Her
Oh, a
zodiac
Taurus?
sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her birthday just passed
Stop.
a few weeks
Stop.
ago.
She's May. A
Yeah,
Taurus.
May.
See?
She
It's because she's a Taurus.
does-
They are about
she
their
turns
money.
everything into zodiac
Listen, obviously we have to,
conversations.
I'm a Gemini, but I'm
Oh,
born in
okay.
May. So wait, what's your zodiac
Oh,
sign?
I'm a Leo.
I love
I
Leos.
feel like
My
we
bestie's
have to start a
Leo.
Yeah,
board
my
of
best friends,
all
I
of our
have
guest
twin best friends that are Geminis.
You see, you love us.
Yeah.
You have twin best friends that are Gemini?
Isn't
Yeah.
that kind of crazy?
No way.
Yeah.
that's
And
actually
he's a
insane.
Scorpio. We love our
I'm
Scorpio.
a Scorp.
You are. We
I'm a
love
Scorp,
you.
me and Drake.
But I had to do research, before we got you here. And I am a fan of the show too. So like as I'm watching it and like obviously I'm seeing like I just feel like your mom just has her hands on everything. And I'm like, yes, boss lady. And I'm like, I'm that person. Like when I see someone doing, boss lady things or just boss things, period. I look them up and I was like, oh, that's why. Because she's a Taurus. She's about her bag.
She's about her bag.
Yes. And one thing about Taurus is they are foodies. They love great aesthetics, you see. And they are about the money.
Whenever you see her, you'll probably see a plate of food right next to her.
And it's good. And it's everything she recommends is good, right?
Yeah.
See?
Listen, she got the restaurants on deck, and I went to OLG when I was in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Fire.
Yeah, I need to go back, but I haven't been to Atlanta like long enough to be able to go back. I need some soul food back.
Where do you live?
You've been in New York.
I was just kidding. I knew
Yes.
that. That's why she said
Yes.
China, New York. I was just kidding.
I was like, because you've been in New York since you graduated high school, right?
Yeah, so I moved there when I was 17.
Nice.
I literally had my 18th birthday in my dorm because it was COVID. We couldn't leave.
Yeah.
So I was literally just sitting at my desk celebrating my birthday there. And yeah, I've been there ever since.
I was like, but you know what? It paid off because now we're doing Next Gen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Next Gen NYC.
How did that all come about? I'm so curious about like that process because it's just like obviously it's a Bravo show and there are other housewife kids on the show. How did that? How did that coalition
I've
come
seen
about?
a lot of comments where people think that my mom was the person who really, manufactured this, but actually Brooks was thinking about doing a show. He's Meredith Mark's son from Salt Lake City, and we had met because one of his friends, we both went to NYU and we had mutual friends, so he was like, hey, like, I really want to do this show. I want you to be on it with me. And I was like, okay, cool. And then we kind of just took it from there. There's a lot of different personalities on it. I'm not sure how I feel about, some of them.
Look,
but
you
it's
was
been
pissed
interesting.
about the bottom of that shoe. I said, what?
I was like, oh. And then I was trying to keep it cute because growing up, all my friends are very blunt and we can like say whatever to each other and we don't take it personally. But I was like, okay, with this different dynamic,
You
I
gotta
have
dip
to
your toe in before
But I feel like that's what's gonna like stir the pot a little bit.
I mean, I got a little bit more comfortable throughout the season, so we're definitely gonna see the transition.
Yes.
But yeah, it was definitely a different energy.
You kind of answered that question because I was gonna ask you. I feel like you've had an opportunity you're going to have more opportunities to speak on this show. And then on Housewives, obviously, it wasn't really about Riley. So I feel like you were kind of viewed as a little more quiet on Housewives as opposed to this. So obviously, is it because you have more of the...
I mean, I think also I was a kid.
You were a kid,
adjusting
yes.
to being around cameras all the time and trying to... I was just growing into myself.
Yes.
And now it's kind of like, I'm just more confident in myself. I am okay with saying however I feel.
Yes.
So now I'm a bit more blunt than I used to be.
How was it? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
no, I was going to say, how was it like when you first saw like the cameras around the house and stuff? Like, how was it adjusting to that in the beginning?
I mean, since I started when I was 6, so it was a little bit, it's kind of like I grew up with it, so it didn't feel too crazy. But it was definitely different. It feels kind of surreal. You know?
And then at some point you're like, oh, all right, they're here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's like furniture in the house at this point.
Because, I mean, it's seasonal filming, so of course you have that downtime.
That sounded
when you're
horrible.
Filming,
Yeah. And I mean, since I wasn't the main character, it was like, I'm not the one filming all the time. So I'm like, okay, Mom, you go do your thing.
Exactly.
I'm going to be sat in the house minding my business.
But now you are a main character.
Yeah. Now you're in front of it.
And I got to ask you, since you're technically now a Bravo star, would you ever do Traitors?
I actually heard about, so I've never actually watched it, but I heard that it's like kind of the new breakout show.
It's kind of, okay, you know how we talked about Mafia with Sarah last podcast? So it's basically similar to Mafia.
Oh, okay.
So it's like there's two quote unquote killers, aka the Traitors.
Oh, okay.
And everyone in the house has to guess who are the two traitors.
And that's what the show is about?
Yes.
Oh.
I would be open to that.
I can definitely see you on Traitors.
Yeah. I love like competition shows.
Yes.
So I love the challenge and all those.
Love the challenge.
Yeah.
I love Survivor too.
Yeah, me too.
I love Survivor.
Yeah. So I would definitely be down to do that.
Actually, I can definitely see. Yo, I'm not starting a campaign. However, if we can get Riley on Traitors.
Yeah, next season.
Next season, let's do it. I mean, they've not been shy of like adding in the Bravo people because I see it's mainly like a lot of Bravo cast on there.
Yeah, I mean,
where do they
because
air it?
On Peacock.
yeah.
And,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Because Peacock and Bravo, they're like
they're like this.
So we'll see.
They go together real bad, actually.
Is it bad that I don't even think this is considered like a challenge show. The last show that I watched is like the first season of House of Villains.
That's a
Isn't
really
that
good
similar?
That's technically a challenge show.
I thought those were similar, like Traitors and House of Villains.
Yeah, they're super similar.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of like that.
It's kind of like an
I
all-star
shows
battle
like
kind
that.
of like show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Different, similar plot points, but different plot points at the same
Gotcha.
time. But they're both really good.
Okay, I'm
Both
like
really good.
the last season I saw was season 1. What season are they on? Like 3?
They're
now?
probably on season 2 or 3 now.
Oh, okay.
But are you talking about the one when
with Johnny Bananas.
Yes.
Oh
Tiffany?
yeah, he was on the challenge, right?
Yeah.
He's won like
And then
so
New
many
York.
seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. New York was on
New York.
there.
And she got on there. She's like, Omarosa.
Yes, Omarosa was
I'm
there.
just here to tell you that I find you to be a.
Okay, I need to go watch that back.
You need
Yes.
to watch it. When I tell
Yes.
you it's insane, I think everybody that has ever had a very out of pocket moment on reality TV,
Oh, they're
they
all on.
put
They're all
them
on
in
there.
a house.
So they're literally House of Villains.
Literally the
Literally.
House of Villains. Like the people that like were massively hated by the public were all put in one house.
And they did that
Lord.
for the first season to Omarosa
Omarosa,
and Tiffany
Tiffany,
and Tanisha.
and Tanisha. Yes.
Oh
Crazy.
Lord.
I think she redid no, she didn't redo the
pots and pans
She
thing?
didn't. She actually hired like a
People-
choir to come at 6 a.m.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, if I'm not getting no sleep, you guys,
I think that takes away the pizzazz, though. I feel like we just get back to our roots. The original Tanisha didn't have the money to hire the pots and pans people. We need to.
But listen, when you have the money, now you gotta up the ante.
Yeah.
You gotta show out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I remember her on Bad Girls Club. That used to be my
Oh
show.
my God, Bad Girls Club, crazy. The concept now is kind of insane. Like you have 7 women in a house together with
Yeah.
no phones.
I used to want to be on Bad Girls Club, which is crazy.
No, not gonna lie.
low-key did too.
Not gonna lie. I know Zeus has a bad boys club. Of course, it's not the vision that I expected.
Oh,
But
they have one?
Yeah,
What is it? What is it
unfortunately.
Oh,
It
they're
ain't
fighting?
nothing- It ain't nothing but fighting. I used to want Oxygen to have a bad boys club so I can go on it so bad. I would never
Oh, so
do
it's
the
not
Zeus
the
one.
same.
I care about my life. I don't want to do the Zeus one. They throw chairs. They
Yeah, I feel like
Oh,
you would
there's
be
no
so,
security
like,
in the
out of
house.
place.
Oh.
there's security, but they're just like it's
They
almost
let them
like
do whatever
drapes.
they
Like
want.
they just there. You don't really need them, but they're there. Like
Yeah.
Basically, it's just damn near a
they're decor.
MMA at that point. You just need to put like the little octagon gate situation.
Like I don't know why there's so much focus on not Bravo on Zeus. Zeus having reality shows with storylines. They need to just start boxing matches. That's really what these shows
They
are.
would
Make
make
them
money.
sanctioned. They would actually make money if they just made these sanctioned fights. Because the thing is, I have a bit of a like thing, not a gripe, but I have a thing against just pulling out my phone, rubbing my feet together, and just like, yes, I'm gonna watch Krishan Rock smack this girl today. But if you put her in a ring and says she's gonna smack this girl, oh, I'm tuning in. Like,
Yeah. And they'll make money actually.
They would make
You could
so
do
much
pay per view.
Yeah,
would
make it
make-
live.
so much money.
Wait, so okay, sorry, we're gonna move on to the next thing. But I've never seen an episode of Baddies. What is it about? Is it the same thing or no? It's different. It's the same. Oh,
I think so.
it's just fighting,
I
more
think
fighting.
so. I've never actually watched it.
Baddies is literally just fighting. I think it's 80% fighting, 10% get into the bag, 10% confessionals. That's literally it. And by get into the bag, that means we're going to the club, we're gonna pull up, we're gonna dance in the section for a little
And
bit.
then
I
fight
might
later.
talk on the mic for like 2 seconds, but then we're gonna
get drunk.
We're gonna get paid $10,000 and split it between 15 girls.
Oh Lord.
That's literally.
I'm like, I just need to get that by myself.
Yeah, no,
Right.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Well then, that being said,
No, but
moving on.
I had a couple questions because like I feel like we talked a lot about like childhood, Riley. I want to talk a little bit about the adult one because that's who we're seeing on
Yeah.
Next Gen. So navigating
excited.
college, being a public figure, was that easy for you? Hard for you? How was that experience?
Honestly, not everyone, knew my background, so it was half and half.
Yeah.
But there were some times where there would be people who's like, oh, like, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, I'm literally out, like, hanging out, lit. I don't want to do that. Like,
Wait, so you
please.
politely declined?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, like, not right now. Like, I'm literally, like,
that's
hanging out with my
nice.
friends, and then, like, there were times where people would get really mad at me, and I'm like, yo, like, come on.
Wait,
like,
why would they? It's
I
the
don't know.
entitlement for me.
Yeah, I was like, please give me some time. Like, just wait till I'm a little bit more
No,
chill.
exactly. I need your strength. I need your strength. I've had my moments.
Jabria.
I'm grown, mind y'all. Before I say this, remember y'all, I'm grown.
Remember they called you
I'll
Jabria?
I'll be out in like clubs and stuff like that, or like little day parties, and like people like, "Where's Jabria?" And I'm like,
It's like she can't be here.
well, she's not serving drinks at the bar, I'll tell you that. And then they'll be like, Kim, well, can I take a picture? I'm like, sure, we can take a picture. And then I look at my tag pictures the next day, and I'm like, in the picture,
No,
like, just
yeah.
looking insane. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I say yes to that picture?
I bet you didn't approve the tag.
I removed the tag from my from my post.
It doesn't pop up.
It doesn't pop up. If you check my tags, you'll never see this picture.
Yeah,
you ever
I've
had
definitely
somebody-
had to adjust to that.
Oh,
Yes.
so you review your tags now?
Well, no, I turned my tags off.
Oh,
Smart.
that's
But,
I
yeah.
need to do that.
I've
smart.
definitely, like, thought in the moment, like, oh, I look cute in this. And then I see it the next day. I'm like, oh.
Ooh. Yeah, that next day is when it really hits you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, Lord, I look so silly.
I've had
in
time to
this.
meditate, and my mindset from last night is not the same as right now.
Exactly.
I hate this picture, actually. Like, literally hate this picture.
Yeah, I'm a new person today.
Exactly. Like, it's just something about waking up the next day after just having a really fun night. Like, this is not me no more.
Yeah.
Like, I actually left that life behind.
Exactly.
That wasn't
Until
me.
tomorrow
That
night.
was Patricia.
I left that life behind. I'm no longer that person.
Exactly.
Now I gotta ask you, what's your day-to-day life like? Because I know you mentioned on the show that you want to be in the music industry. So what does your day-to-day life consist of?
Well, so it's definitely shifted. When I was in college, I feel like this past year has totally shifted.
Yes.
In college, I literally didn't go a single semester, a single summer without having either an internship or school or classes. So once I graduated, it's been a bit calmer. But now with the show coming out, it's been hectic.
Hectic. I
Yeah.
bet. What's been your favorite internship?
When I was working at Alamo Records.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I met you when I was interning there. Actually, when we went
At
to
the
Grammys.
Yeah, yes, I did.
I was
meet you there.
interning there then, and I really liked it. It was a great group of people, and I got a lot of experience there.
Nice.
Amazing. I love that. Should
Oh,
we?
she's making me miss college.
I miss college. I'm like,
Yeah.
please.
Y'all are making me feel like I'm left out because I did not go to college.
Well,
It's not what it's like. I
Yeah.
don't
what's,
know.
you know what's crazy? I only wanted to go to college once. I wanted to go to an HBCU so I could pledge a fraternity and then also be a drum major because I that's really the only thing I wanted to do. If I failed classes, so be it. I literally just wanted to be a drum major and join a frat. That's literally it.
yeah, I do wish I was at least at an HBCU for a year or two. but
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you would have had a different experience than being at NYU?
I
mean, obviously, yeah. But
Of course.
yeah, it's like night and day. But which HBCU do you think you would have gone to?
I feel like Howard or Spelman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
so
sure.
you're not too far from home.
Yeah, not too far.
I was like, but all HBCUs are kind of in the South, so like.
True.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I definitely would have appreciated that experience. But I definitely love my experience at NYU. It was a great time, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, I think NYU has like this. It has this charm to it. I actually did a funny enough. I've never gone to college, but I've spoken on so many like college panels. I don't know why
Oh, you
y'all
spoke
are
over
setting a
there?
bad example. I spoke for a panel for NYU, and I fell in
really?
love with it. Like just the campus, the people, the community. I
Yeah.
think it's amazing, really.
Yeah,
So
I
think
think
it's a really good school.
Yeah, it's really amazing because you get to meet people from like so
All
many
over.
different places and with so many different experiences. So it's really cool to learn just so many different things.
Yeah. Now, is there a reason you wanted to do more of the BTS work in the music and not why don't we have like a lead single from Riley? Like what was
Because
that?
I mean, you know, my mom did that, and you know, she has that experience. For me, I think I am a bit more shy, so I don't know if I could really handle all of that.
I got you.
But I love studying, I love school, I love the academic side of everything. So it just feels like it matches better
Yeah.
for me, you know.
No, I get that. Should we move on to our
Yes.
Okay, so next I wanted to play a game with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I love games.
Which one are we doing?
Okay, so this one is actually named after one of your mom's famous lines.
Lord.
And it's called Who Said That? Basically, I have a bunch of the Housewives taglines, and you
Okay.
basically have to tell me who said that.
Are they all from Atlanta or like
They're all from
different?
Atlanta.
Okay.
Okay, so this one says, why be so nasty and so rude when I can be so fierce and so successful?
That's Nene, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
Nene.
Crazy enough, I actually haven't watched The Housewives. So,
Really?
yeah.
Wait, not one season, not one episode?
Like an episode or like a couple clips like on social media,
Right,
but
but
I
like
haven't
to-
like sat down. I always say I believe there's some things mothers and daughters should not know about each other.
And that's
So I choose to not watch it for my own
I
mental
choose
health.
peace.
Yeah.
I like that because it's kind of like when your mom goes to work, you're not really watching what she's doing at work. Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what my mama has ever done in her job.
Exactly. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
I'm
I
like,
like
you know
that.
what? I'm gonna let you have your life, and I'm
Right.
gonna
I'm
have
gonna have
mine.
mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The less you know, the better.
Exactly.
This one says, people call me a gold digger, but they just want what I have.
Ooh.
Is that Kim?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I have arrived, and the spotlight is on me, honey.
I actually don't. I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Nene?
That's Nene.
Oh, really?
Again, yes.
I was like, Nene?
Okay.
I'm trying to put two and two together, but I'm like, I'm struggling.
Now this one has been somewhat viral, so you might have
Wait,
seen this one.
Okay.
the one we say to each other all the time, did you put it there?
Well, that's not a tagline.
Oh, damn it. All right. Okay, sorry. Never mind.
Okay, there's this thing. There's this
He cracks me up. I love him.
for backstory. There's this thing that we've been saying to each other for like a few months now, and she said it to
Yeah.
me today because I got baptized today. But she goes,
He did.
"Okay, congratulations, happy birthday."
Because he just got done. No, but I thought it was okay. You know what it is? Because I was getting choked up, right? Like I think it's a beautiful moment. He's getting baptized for God's sake. So, then he sat down behind me, and then I was like, "Congratulations, happy birthday."
That's Nene, right?
That's Phaedra.
Yeah, so
It's a conversation between her and Nene though.
yeah, because it was a sound that was going viral on TikTok, and like it was about like, oh, when so and so is that much older than you. So because I am older than him, I wanted to do that.
She wanted us to
TikTok.
do that sound so
Yes,
bad.
I wanted it so badly. So then now it's like I actually just turned 43 the other day or something like that. And it was like, congratulations, happy birthday. I thought it was fitting when he got baptized. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
She said, because technically you're being born again,
You're
so you
born
can say
again.
congratulations, happy
Right.
birthday.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be too emotional. I was getting choked up. I'm like recording him, being a supportive auntie bestie.
Auntie bestie.
He
is
did call
amazing.
me auntie. You did.
You keep telling
You
you keep telling
did.
the context of that story so wrong.
Wait, how old are you?
It's just
Never ask a lady her age. Got it.
okay.
Basically she
Well, at least you don't look it.
I'll tell you.
she was like saying, I want you to get
just
well,
watch
she didn't
my-
say she
watch
wanted
my
me to
hand.
get her name tattooed. So basically we shared a personal trainer. He was like, you should get all of our like people that you train with us, all the girls, get their name tatted on your arm. And then people ask, how
Wait,
do you
what?
explain that? I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I would just be
Because
like,
he has
these
no
are my-
tattoos, so he's saying he wants. You were saying you wanted a tattoo, right?
Yeah, and he was like,
Yeah.
you should get all of the girls like that train with us, get their
Name
names tattooed
tatted.
on your arm. I'm like, how do I explain that to people? And then he goes, I don't know, figure it out. I was like, do I say these are like my aunts or something?
And I'm like right there next to him. I was like, wow. And then he goes, actually, Leah, you know what? My aunt is like a couple years younger than you. I'm like, thanks.
Shout out to my auntie Maya. My auntie Maya is a few.
We could be besties, Auntie Maya.
Yeah. But my next one, this is also like, you should easily get this one. I may be small.
Oh, okay.
But my empire keeps on growing.
Mommy Kandi.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mommy Kandi. You have to do the, you got to do the, that's what people go crazy over for some reason. But like, you got to do that one.
I'm like, I wonder what made her do that.
Not what
Listen,
made
she
her
did
do
lie
it.
about the empire growing.
Yeah,
she did lie
it
about
grew.
the empire growing. It definitely grew.
That's that Taurus energy. I'm biased because my dad's a Taurus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why.
that's why.
Yeah.
My little sister's a Taurus. Shout out to Jabria.
See, and
Yes.
she's gonna be about her.
Wait,
she's
she's
already
your
about her
sister?
bag.
Yes, that's my little sister.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I was wondering. I
Yes.
was like, how is he getting her parents to agree to all these videos?
Well, that's why. It's all in house.
You see, she's starting young about her bag.
She is about her bag at such a young age.
See?
Yes, a bag of candy.
That-
That is. Yes. Yes. So this one says, well, I wrote so many. We're gonna skip a couple. I'm not about the drama. Don't start none, won't be none.
Is that my mom?
That's also your mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, the way I'm like so lost with these, I'm like, I really need to catch up on this show.
I think it's so interesting that you haven't seen it though.
Yeah.
I
I've
get
literally
it,
only
though.
seen clips on like TikTok or
On
Instagram.
social- okay.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wait, do you
that's real.
think your mom's gonna tune in for your show?
Unfortunately, she is. I told her, I was like, please don't watch this.
Listen, from watching Housewives, your mom reminds me so much of my mom, and she's gonna be tuned into everything you have going on.
Yeah, I'm like, she was like, well, I have to see it. Like, I want to know what people are saying. I'm like, oh, I didn't watch your show. Like, you don't need to watch mine.
Like, hey, let's
Yeah,
let's
relax.
Let's separate business and personal, please,
Yeah.
please.
Because you already know she's going to have the comments.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
She's gonna be
I get
clapping
that.
back for you.
Well, luckily for me.
Has she ever?
No, she likes to keep everything separate,
Oh,
you
that's
know?
good.
She doesn't like me chiming into her stuff. She doesn't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
chime
yeah.
into me. So she even told me a couple weeks ago, she was like, whatever beef you have with anyone on here, just keep it with them. Don't bring up anyone around them.
Yeah,
Because she was like, I don't want to have to chime in.
yeah, exactly.
Which is valid.
No,
Yeah.
I get that though, and I think I saw a preview. She did make an appearance on the
Yeah,
show.
she did.
That preview clip was insane, by the way. How
Yeah.
much money did you spend, Riley? I forgot the number.
Well, we split it. It was 14,000.
For what?
We got a table at a club.
What were you guys drinking?
1942. I don't know why did they order that. I don't know. Ariana's boyfriend has expensive tastes, so he
His
was like,
dad
"Oh, yeah,
owns Zaxby's,
1942."
doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
of
I'm
course
like,
he has expensive taste.
I'm like, wait, can we get like maybe a Casamigos, something a little bit
Please.
like
Wait, and how many bottles?
A little
did
Don Julio Reposado. 1942. We're jumping the gun. This is like
Exactly.
you guys get like the Magnum?
we literally
version?
only got like 4 bottles,
For
and it was
14K?
yeah.
this is New York.
What club are we talking? I used to live in it. Okay, so I grew up in Jersey City, so like New
Oh,
York was
okay.
like right there.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm auntie, so I can't really like compare the prices back then to now. But like,
Oh yeah, y'all
jeez.
was wearing blazers back then, right?
Yes, we were going to the club in our business casual outfit. Yeah, I know. with
Wearing
a little
blazers
peplum
and bandage
skirt.
dresses.
It's so bad. Listen, we're not going to talk about that. But wait, what
And
club were you
chunky
guys
heels.
in?
We were at the box.
Leave us. 40,000.
Yeah.
Listen,
What was you said the little Giuseppe?
I said the bandage dress, a blazer, and a little chunky heel.
Those chunky
And it's
heels
like
are
chunky.
coming back.
It's like chunky in the front, stiletto in the back.
Or remember the ones that like didn't have
It's
the
like a
heel
shoe
in the
mullet.
back? Do you remember the ones that didn't? Leave us alone, okay? This was back in the day, 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
But
it's
nah.
so bad. It's so bad. It's like business. It's like you went to work and went to the club right after.
That's
kind of
crazy.
outfit.
That's almost like y'all definition of going out for drinks, except you're going out for drinks and the dance floor.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
going to like, yeah.
I
Okay.
definitely wish I grew up in the era where people actually danced in clubs.
Oh, me too.
No one does that anymore.
No one
Everyone
does
wants to
that. People
you
just
know,
buy
be
the section
cute.
and they just sit there.
And
Yeah.
this
Like-
is all you see.
People get the thrill from just standing on the section, like, and they got the bottle on their. I'm like, please
And
get
then
the
like
bottle
this,
off your
all
head.
you see.
Yeah.
Yep.
When
Honestly,
I go out, I want to dance. I want to have fun.
wanna have fun.
Yeah.
So like, I get the section. Like, because I feel like that's the only way you can have fun and dance. Because when you just out there in gym pop, it's just like
Exactly.
But
So I
even
get the
like the
section.
people that are in the sections aren't really dancing. It's like you got the section to dance and
Listen.
then you're not.
I'm a dictator by choice.
Oh, so you're
If you're in my section and you're not dancing, I'm gonna
Dance
have to ask you
now.
to get out. I'm gonna have to ask you to get. I don't care. Like you can be the baddest in the room. You can be the flyest in here. If you're not
so you're
dancing,
just gonna grab their hand. Now dance.
no, I'm not gonna grab your hand. I'm gonna give you a fair warning. I'm gonna be like, hey, we're here to dance.
And just look at you like.
Yeah, honestly, when I saw you out, you were not dancing.
I was standing on the table dancing.
Were you?
Oh, maybe I missed that part.
Yes.
Because I'm like, you weren't living up to the hype you talk about now.
No,
He almost.
See-
You almost dance battle somebody.
she,
Amarion.
I almost dance battle Omarion at a party one time.
Yeah, we went to this premiere. What was it? The Snoop Dogg movie.
It was a Snoop Dogg movie. Your mom was actually in the movie. She played the judge.
Oh yeah.
I saw your
okay, I
mom
know
at the
what you're
premiere.
talking
Yes.
So we were at that premiere, and then the after party, you just see LeBron.
And then Omarion tried to dance battle me. That's how much I was eating up on the floor. I want y'all to.
Really?
Yeah, that's how much I
So
was
he
eating on the
means it
floor.
when we end up in his section. That means we have to dance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
need to see you and
You got to see me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I just remember seeing you sitting down.
I think because I just got there.
No, you were there before me.
Was I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then maybe I was a little tired.
Yeah.
Sounds,
I
sounds
don't
good,
know.
LeBron.
Okay, I
We'll
gotta
have to run
redeem.
it back.
We'll have to run
Yeah.
it back. I know you were a little tired this trip, but next time you got the energy to go out, we gotta.
And if you
Well,
guys,
I got the energy.
No, when you
Oh,
guys
well, we got-
do, please do not spend 14K. Thanks.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's
Listen, those
Not
sections
happening
will get
again.
you. Those sections will get you because they'll tell you
Yeah.
one price.
you don't even realize once
Exactly.
you're like ordering, it's like, oh, you get the total back, and we were confused. I thought it was gonna be like 4,000.
I was like, I think the most I've spent is 5, but I was under the impression that I was gonna spend 2.
Yeah.
And they, because the thing is, they were like, the section is gonna be 25. I'm like, okay, cool. And they're like, well, that means you have to spend
the minimum
You
or
have to meet the
something like
minimum
that.
of 2,500 too. So I'm like, so you telling me I'm paying 2,500 for the table, and I gotta spend 2,500 more in alcohol? That's so insane to me.
That's how
Yeah.
they
I don't even
It
drink
is
that
crazy.
much. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing? And then she's coming through, guiding me through the menu, and then she's like,
Just pointing out the most expensive thing.
and she's like,
Yeah.
that doesn't include tip, by the way. I'm like, it's going to include tip today because this is bamboozling.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys have a 2,500 minimum when you go out.
A 2,500 minimum.
That's it. Yeah. I'm putting it.
Who wants to pay for our bill?
I was like, listen,
Hello. Hey guys.
listen,
Casamigos sponsor.
Yeah.
sponsor. We need a sponsor.
Don't worry, we don't need 1942 this time.
Yeah.
We don't need 1942. We just need some good, clean fun.
Clase
And listen,
Azul. No, I'm
if,
just
if
kidding.
we got to do an audio drop, the bell bottle.
Yeah. Bing.
You know how old I was when I found out that you could like tap the bottle and it rang like a bell?
How old?
Like 2 months ago.
You didn't know that? Well, when I tapped it at your house,
That was like last month.
you didn't know that?
I knew it then, but like I just
Oh.
found out like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Like I was like, we feel like bell bottle. I was like, what is a bell bottle? Why are you
Yeah.
calling it that?
That's why it's so
Like-
expensive. For no reason.
That makes no sense. Okay, that just made me think of something else. For the people that have decorative alcohol bottles in their house because they're expensive and you don't want to throw them away, let it go. Please. Why do you have orchids sitting in your 1942 bottle?
Because they spent 2,500 on it.
Yeah, literally.
That's insane.
Wait, did you guys bring the bottles home at least?
You can't take the bottles home from
You
the club.
can't?
No.
Oh, I was just kidding.
I'll never.
I'm so far removed from
No.
Also, for context, there was like 10 or more of us there.
Okay, that
Okay.
makes more sense.
10 or more did not chip in.
See, that's the problem.
I was gonna
Everybody
say
want to buy a bottle, but don't nobody want to pay for it.
Exactly.
Wait, so who got stuck with it? Just 2 people?
Yeah.
Literally just 2 people, and that's
me
insane to
and
me.
Ariana's boyfriend. It was literally just us. And I was waiting on, a little Zelle or something to come through. Never came.
Not it never came.
Hey guys, you guys owe Riley. Thanks.
You guys, Riley, listen.
Yeah, someone send me
Someone
something.
Zell her. It's her phone number. If you have it, clearly you're her friend.
Listen, Riley.
We'll-
One thing I'm good
we'll
for is
take
getting my money back.
$100.
Yeah, I let it go. I
One thing
was
I'm
like,
good for
you
is
know
getting my
what?
money back. So if you ever want that money back, you know exactly who to call, and we will actually.
If you are her friend. No, I'm just kidding. I'm over here acting like auntie. If
I
you
don't
are
even.
her friend.
I don't even care if you have a friend. If you drank even I don't care if you got the last drop out of that bottle and your cup was
$10.
like this small.
Yeah. I'm like, we definitely dive deep into what happened and why. So y'all will see more on Next Gen NYC, but it was a discussion.
I was like, what was that? What was that word we learned? Impertuity?
Pernicious?
No.
Oh.
No, like, you know, in contracts, and they were like, you have to pay it back regardless of like situations.
Oh my God.
Is it perpetuity?
No.
Perpetuity.
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 Yeah.
They got to pay you back in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Regardless. I don't care if you got to get that from the next gen. We got to get it back.
Yeah, I was like, you know, it was my fault because I shouldn't have even been doing that anyway.
Yes.
Well, you know, now you charge it to experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I have one last quote that I wanted to do before we moved
Do
on.
it.
Okay, now this was just for fun, just because I wanted to say it. Mm-hmm. It was a scheme set up by Todd.
Bertha.
Yes.
Yeah.
we love all three of the OLG.
Yeah. Honestly, it's so funny. So those are the clips that I have seen from the show. And it's so funny because obviously they don't show that side to me.
Yes.
So when I see
It's
my
so
grandma, you know, going crazy and everything, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is where we get it from, you know? So it's so interesting to see them in that mode.
No, it's a clip where it's like, she ain't no family. And it's what your grandma said.
Yeah.
My friend keeps quoting it to me. And it's so funny. It's like one of my favorite clips.
I laugh at it, but I'm like, oh, I know my mom is like, oh, that was such a hard time. But
No,
I'm
I
like,
understand.
oh, that's hilarious.
Are they like, is everybody cool now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I can laugh at it now.
I was like, I toss and turn at night thinking about that because I never really got closure on that. Like,
yeah, they're all good now.
I'm glad they're good now. Like, I was like, dang, I wonder what Thanksgiving be like. I hope everybody's good.
Well, yeah, you know, sometimes.
I mean, of course, everyone has their drama
moods,
regardless. Yeah.
But for the most part,
Everyone's good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to our next game,
Okay.
and I want to ask you, Riley, what do you have like any gripes this week? Like, what is something that's on your mind that's like it can be about anything?
I will say, you know, the show just premiered this past week.
Yes.
So one of my gripes is seeing what people say in confessionals that they didn't say to me. I already knew that was going to happen, though, because I always heard things, you know, on the other side of it. But then whenever I would ask them about it, they'd be like, oh, no, I didn't say that. So I was like, I already know these confessionals are about to go crazy.
Confessional thugs. Wait, so you don't see them until they air? Mm-hmm. See, I thought y'all had like at least a week's notice. Like,
no.
So y'all are watching them the same time as
you don't get like a...
Well, we get them like a couple days in advance.
Okay.
But not
still,
enough time.
like,
yeah. It's still like this happened
like,
last
I didn't get time to
summer.
touch
you.
3 days ago, I can't touch you 3 days ago. That's crazy. I was able to touch you 6 months ago.
Right, and you were kiki-keying in my face.
Yeah, so that's
crazy.
definitely the gripe. So
Listen.
I'm interested to see what else they have to say.
You got something to prove.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm going to mind my business now.
I've always wondered how that worked because the thing is, even with shows like Bad Girls Club, they'll see all the footage and then they'll have the reunion after they see the footage. So it's so funny. Do you think you guys will get like a reunion?
I hope so.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, we'll see though.
Oh, we need a Next Gen reunion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That'll
Listen,
be interesting.
Andy, if you need a break,
if you need a break, call me.
Yeah. Ring his line.
I will host. I'm like the right amount of messy to be a reality show host. So we'll see. We'll see.
Pot stirrer.
I'm not a pot stirrer.
I am.
A little shady.
Just a little bit, slightly. Not like on the heavy side though.
Yeah. Me too, I think.
I saw it when you was you're just not gonna wash your hands. When I tell you, I've been dying laughing at that since I saw that. You were not okay with that girl not washing her hands.
Yeah, I wasn't. And the funny part is, because we were in the bathroom, so obviously they weren't filming in the bathroom, and they only realized what happened once we were sitting down at the table after and we were talking about it. So, yeah.
Got it. I was like, so basically, Leah, just for context, I don't know if you saw the episode. Was it Dame Dash's daughter?
No, it was Georgia. She's not Housewives Kids or anything like that.
Okay, got it. So basically, no, whose shoe did she touch?
Ava's. She touched Ava's.
That's
Dame
Dame
Dash's daughter.
So Dame Dash's daughter came in with like some Manalos on, right? and this girl named Georgia, she showed her shoes. Georgia touches the bottom of her shoe.
Ooh.
And then like rubs her eye.
Yeah. And it's
Oh.
funny because they showed it very briefly, but she didn't just like touch it. She was like holding it. So I was like,
Just
oh.
rat
She's
piss all
asking-
over her hand. That's so
Ew.
crazy.
We were like, oh.
So it's just asking for pink eye, basically.
yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, should we move on to our wheel?
Oh yeah, here.
So this is
Yeah, I
our-
was seeing this.
This
I
is
was
our
like,
fun
what is
game. We call it
this?
the Wheel of Chaos.
Okay.
Yes.
I love a little bit of chaos.
So basically,
Whatever
spin the
it
wheel.
lands on.
That's what I do.
Yes.
Okay. I'm hoping it's not freestyle because I already know I'm gonna be silly.
Ooh, spill a secret.
Wait, so do I just do it, or are you guys doing it too?
No, it's for you.
It's for you.
Oh, okay. Spill a secret.
You don't have to like name names. It could be like Jane Doe.
Okay. Wait, I don't really have secrets. I like tell all my business all the time.
What's like the pettiest thing you've done after a
The-
breakup?
No, but Petty Confessions is on there. So we
Oh,
have
just
to-
kidding. Just I was
And
just
you
joking.
always ask about Petty after a breakup. Leah.
I don't know, cause I just okay, fine.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll spill a secret about the show.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, there are a couple people on the show that I was friends with at first. And then once we got down the line, we beefed a bit. I don't really think I said anything too shady though. But also I forget that I say shady stuff. So when I look back at the show, I'm like, oh, like that actually was a bit shady. So I'm interested to see what other shady stuff I've said.
See, the thing is, with your shade, I've noticed just from like what I've seen and heard.
Is it one of those?
You
that
have one of those like deliveries where it's like you don't know you're being shaded until you think about it later. I'm like, did she just say
Oh, so
that?
you don't directly feel it. You feel it after.
Like
kind of thing.
I feel like I'm just a blunt person. So whatever
you
comes
have
to my
southern
mind.
shade.
Yeah,
have
I'm
southern
like,
shade.
yeah, whatever comes to mind, I just say it, and then I'm like, oh, I definitely can see how that could have been taken wrong.
Yes.
This is why I need to take more notes from my southern friends.
No, southern shade is like a compliment sandwich. It's like we gonna compliment you, but it's like it's gonna be like a slight insult in the middle somewhere, and then we're gonna put another
Yeah.
compliment right there on the end.
Exactly.
Because I mean, since you lived in New York and still live in New York, you know how like I grew up in the East Coast, so it's like we're very direct to the point. It's basically aggressive. I want to learn to be
Yeah.
not that aggressive. Like I want to say what I want to say, but like you said, a compliment sandwich or like where it hits you later.
I mean, something my grandma says to me is she's like, oh, they're cut and they don't even know they bleeding. So it's like when you say something shady, but it comes off kind of cute. So they
I
don't
like
really,
that.
they can't really be offended because it's not like you were just like straight up rude.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what? When I watch the show, all of it, I'm going to binge it.
Yes.
I will be taking notes.
Well, we can watch it together because one episode is out now. And
Oh,
I think
yes.
Another
Okay.
Yeah.
episode's coming out on the 10th?
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
okay.
I
So
like
it's every
to
Tuesday.
like wait until
Yeah, every Tuesday.
I want to wait. I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna tune in now. But I have like this thing where I just want to be able to go from
Watch
like
it all.
episode. Yes.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Netflix has spoiled that for us.
Seriously.
Well, streaming, period.
Yeah.
I think streaming has set us up in a way to where it's like I'm so used to watching everything in bulk.
Yes.
Now that some streaming services are like, okay, we're gonna drop episodes weekly. It's like, well, what did you give us this for? Like, why'd you introduce us to a vibe that you can't maintain, friend? What's
Exactly.
happening? You know?
Even me now, I'm like, I want to watch all the episodes right now.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Oh wait. So when you did get the episodes a couple of days prior, you just got the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't
So
even
you-
know what this week's episode is going to entail.
Oh, so now
Well,
you
we'll
have to
see.
wait, just like everyone else, until
Yeah,
that
I
next
think
one
so,
drops.
yeah.
See,
Oh.
you better
We'll
than me.
see.
I would watch it the second it hits my thing. I'm like, hey, I don't like how this was edited. You guys need to go back to the drawing board. I don't care if you got to postpone till next Tuesday.
We can't even do that, which
Really?
is crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So whatever is out is out.
Were you tempted when you saw the confessional gangsters, or like when you're like, why
To
did you
say
go for my fa-"
something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
I
were there
guess
any in this first
one-
episode?
Only one at the end when I had made the comment about, oh, don't touch me. And she was like, oh, like, I just met you today. Who are you to tell me what to do with my body? And I'm like, okay, she had a little bit of attitude in
It
that
wasn't
one.
that deep.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know there was an attitude there. I will say, I guess a secret I can say is there was something that came out that I saw online, and I did call the person who had said it and, you know, kind of had a moment. But then after that happened, I was like, okay, let me relax. It's not that deep. Just be calm, cool, collected.
Are you guys okay now?
I chose to kind of distance myself a bit, but
Yeah.
now I'm just kind of like,
Whatever.
yeah. I realized it wasn't that deep. I was just having a moment
Yeah.
or something, you know.
And that's okay. We all have our moments.
We all
Yeah.
have our moments.
Okay, wait.
But we're cordial now.
Yay.
Okay. You want to give it one more spin?
One more spin.
Okay.
I'm really gonna start taking notes. I need you guys' southern charm, because my shade comes out so rude. It's not even shade.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
What does that mean?
DM
roulette.
Okay, so
So basically,
you're gonna go on your phone.
you're gonna go on your. Okay.
You don't have to say their names.
First,
Okay.
pick a number 1 through 10.
8.
You have to go to your 8th DM and read the last thing that was said.
My 8th. dear.
You don't have to tell us who it's from.
Okay.
Just what was said.
I'm not like a real DM person.
Really?
I'm sure you
Yeah.
and your friends don't send each other memes or like respond to
Yeah.
each other's stories.
We do.
Wait, what was that?
But it's
that it
really
landed on
boring,
before?
and plus,
what's
like, a
in your
lot of-
drafts?
Yeah,
Oh,
a
yeah, it
lot of
landed on
stuff
what's in
I
your draft.
say.
So either way.
1, 2,
3.
3, 4. Oh, this is so boring. It's literally just I DM my friend someone else's post, and they were just like, "Oh, you can DM me, but not text me back." That was it.
Boo.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's pick
It's
another.
okay.
Pick another number. No,
Yeah,
just
I'm
kidding.
like, I have the most boring DMs actually.
Okay, we'll move
Sorry
on
to
We'll move on
disappoint.
to our next segment. As we close out, we like to do this thing. It's a segment where we just letting you know that you are technically now part of the Zillennial friend group. You're now one of us. You're like one of our co-hosts now for the day.
Yes.
So what we like to do as friends is we have this segment called Ask Me Anything. It started out as a thing with just me and her. And we just have the most randomest questions, and we just have discussions about it. So I think the question for today is going to be, if celebrities had to work regular jobs, who would work at what job?
Like, where would Lady Gaga work?
I feel like she'd be like a teacher at Tisch at
Okay.
NYU, you know?
Okay.
Like a drama school teacher,
Ooh.
Yes.
like an acting coach or something.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I think, okay, something tells me Will Smith will be a finance bro.
Really?
I
Is
think
that
Will
because
Smith will
of-
be a finance bro.
Really?
Yes.
Is it because of the pursuit of happiness?
No. He was like the complete opposite of a finance bro in that movie.
No, wasn't he trying to become one?
He was like struggling.
I know, but then he would.
No,
then
he was trying to
became
sell. He was
one.
trying to sell a bone marrow machine.
All right, I was just kidding. I just wanted to see if you saw the movie.
Yeah, honestly, I'm like, where would Beyonce work? Like,
That's what I was about to
Beyonce-
ask you. What would Beyonce's job be?
Oh my gosh! If Beyonce were not Beyonce, oh my gosh,
That's tough.
I can't even imagine Beyonce not being like
Beyonce. Exactly. Like maybe a corporate girl, like corporate America, something. I don't know.
She'd probably be like a marketing person.
I can see
you
that.
know, because
I
I
can
feel like
see that.
she's really good. I mean, she's good at everything.
I wanted to say dance teacher, but that feels like such a cop out. Like
Yeah.
I think we all know she can dance. Like
I feel like Kim Kardashian would be like a marketing person.
Kim Kardashian would be exactly who she is, just without the reality show, because she's
Yeah,
She's tapped into everything.
she would be exactly who she is without a reality show.
yeah. One person who I don't even know, like Rihanna not being Rihanna. Like,
Okay,
Avon lady.
no, because like she would low key still be on the island. Like, what was she?
Oh, she would.
She would still be in Barbados. So what would she be doing in Barbados? I don't even know what jobs they have in Barbados. Like maybe
all the jobs that they have here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
she
but
would
like-
be. She would still.
no, but I feel like I want to see. She would work somewhere like
I could see her
Exotic
being
for
like a
me.
bartender.
yeah, like
I
a
Yeah.
like
bartender,
like a tiki bar
Yes.
kind of vibe.
Yes,
I could envision that.
definitely.
What
definitely
about your
something
mom?
Like that.
My mom. Wait, I don't know. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe
like if Escape didn't need a little understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My mom isn't like.
I feel like she would still be the entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Serial
she'd
entrepreneur
figure out something
without the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what though, because I feel like she has her hand in so many different pots, you know.
Yeah.
So she'd probably still be doing the same thing, just without the fame.
Okay.
What about Kris Jenner?
Kris Jenner.
I mean,
I feel like that's the
same thing, right?
That's
Should
the
be doing the
boat
same
as
thing
when you
without
say,
the
when you
camera.
speak
Like a
on one
manager,
Kardashian,
yeah.
you speak on all. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Like
J-Lo.
J-Lo, bless her heart.
You know what?
She'd be dancing to
She
Not
would.
Like Us.
She would
somewhere.
definitely be.
Leave her alone.
Okay, I have an interesting take on J-Lo in that performance. If she was not in a glimmery bodysuit, that might have ate a little bit. She needed a little like baggy, like b-boy kind of outfit, but she popped out in this like shimmery, sparkly, skin tight leotard, crumping, and I'm like, what are we doing, J-Lo?
It was a lot going on, and then the kissing of the dancers. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a recession indicator to me because there hasn't been. That was a recession indicator to me because we haven't had no moments like this since Britney and Christina and Madonna.
Yeah.
And listen, I love
And
J-Lo.
they was hungry back then.
Listen, I can tell she does.
That was pure hunger.
You can tell she's not into women by like the faces she made when she went to go kiss the girl dancer. And like, okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Rent was due that day, and that kiss kept the lights on.
The recession indicator is hilarious.
Garbage bags was full of clothes, and they was on the curb. They saw that kiss, they put everything back in that house.
Nothing got repossessed.
I think I repossessed.
Oh,
Yeah, I should not
Sectional
even be
still
laughing
wearing
at
it.
this right now.
What?
I said I should not even be laughing at this right now.
we're not. Well, we're laughing at
No,
the jokes.
We're laughing at the joke. Because the thing is, regardless of the situation, it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was an interesting performance nonetheless. It was futuristic, but street.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like they went into the room and they were like, what's trending on TikTok right now? Let's
just do a compilation of that.
Let's make a dance number out of that.
exactly.
It was interesting.
You know, yeah, and then I think it's the people that are doing the videos. Remember the one I sent you? What?
He made that. Literally, he made that.
That the video that I sent, that was him, right? Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that took me out the most. It was that. It was the first her, then him. That's what took me out the most. That's when I understood exactly how you felt. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
He helped me understand that.
Yes.
We still love you, J-Lo. What would her job be?
She would be at the bodega drinking an orange drink.
Getting a bacon, egg, and cheese.
No, getting a ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
She would be getting that during her rehearsals. I think she would be a dance teacher because she was originally a fly girl dancer before, like.
Yeah.
So maybe a dance teacher getting her orange drink on her breaks.
Angela Bassett.
Oh,
I feel like a teacher.
She's like a guidance counselor.
Yeah.
She has like this warmth to her where if Angela Bassett were to tell me, listen, if Angela Bassett were to come to me in 2012 and say, hey, invest in Bitcoin, I would have did it. And I would be so rich.
Yeah.
But she had to be the voice to do it. She has those guiding voices where I could just do anything she tells me to do.
I definitely think she'd be like an educator, you know?
Yeah.
She would be. Like in any space, I feel like she would be educated.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, if he wasn't 44.
I mean, a lawyer.
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
still.
Which is who he was already.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
God, I'm falling short on like
We have
people
to-
I'm thinking about.
We have to
Can't
think
of
like,
them.
I think we have to think of like people that have been doing whatever they're doing since they were kids, like Serena Williams.
Ooh, what would she be? Or like LeBron James.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel
Serena
like-
Williams. Let's see.
I feel like LeBron would be like.
A
Have like
basketball
a
coach?
no, yeah, literally. I feel like he'd have his own podcast or something.
He would.
True.
Yeah.
He would be a
True.
podcast bro for sure.
Yeah,
What kind of podcast is a good question? I'm not too sure.
yeah.
Well, he came up with the shop, so
He did come
He'll
up.
come up-
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
yeah, he'll come up with something.
He'll have
else.
something like the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And Serena, that's a tough one. I feel like Serena
Yeah.
would.
I'll give you guys one last one after Serena. This one would be interesting.
Okay, let's go because Serena's
Kanye.
He would also be a podcast bro, but one of the ones where they like rage bait.
You know what women don't be doing?
Like, it would definitely be one of those.
Telling
like,
you what to do, yelling at you.
Yeah, you know that podcast where they like sit at the table
Fresh
with
and
like
Fit?
all the
Yeah.
with all the women, and then they like make them really mad.
Yes.
Like, it would be like that kind of podcast.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those podcasts do not feel real to me.
Yeah, I'm like.
And then the way the ladies are answering too pisses me off, high key.
No, there's a like tactic to how they pick those women. They pick women who they think have differing opinions, but they don't necessarily know how to articulate those different opinions. That way it makes them look smarter.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Because I think there's this one clip, I forgot what this, oh yeah, she was trying to say misogynistic and she was like saying it wrong.
What was she saying?
She was pronouncing it all wrong. Misogynistic or something like that.
Oh my God.
So basically, they were harping on the fact that she was saying it wrong and not on what she was actually saying. And it kind of like defeats the purpose of what she was saying because they were just so focused on her.
Yeah,
being
like
word
trying
perfect.
to humble her.
Yeah. So I think that's the premise of a lot of those
Damn.
podcasts where it's like, we're going to have two people from two different sides, except we're obviously going to be a lot more intelligent than that side, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting, nonetheless.
So that would be his thing.
Wait, how about you guys do a spill a secret?
Should we do one?
Let's do one.
Should we spill
Here.
a secret? Okay.
We have to spill a secret?
Let's
Yes.
spill a secret.
Oh.
Who wants to go first?
You.
Me? Okay. You're the first person that's ever spun it back on.
I
us, by the way.
know. Thank you. I like this. It's getting messy.
Spill a secret.
Yeah, I wanna
spill a
hear the
secret. Spill
tea.
a secret.
Yeah, come on. I'll just stir the pot.
Yeah, stir the pot.
Let's see. Spill a secret.
All right, I'll tell it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure you have all his tea, so.
I do actually. You want get your cup ready.
Let me think. Okay. So, I used to be vegan like in 2022, right? I was still eating meat on the weekends. That's a really big secret that I never told nobody. I would tell people, oh, I was vegan for like 2 years. I never told nobody that on those Saturdays and Sundays, I was getting me a quarter pounder with the cheese sticks because that's my secret.
So you weren't
go.
vegan?
I was vegan Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't have one.
You don't have a secret?
All right, fine. I do have one. But I feel like it's not that big of a secret anymore. Okay, I have a habit of like doing petty things when people piss me off. And then like I just think about doing the most minor inconvenience things to
Leah,
them.
you can't say that. You said that like 2 episodes ago.
I didn't tell people that I wanted to cut holes on people's
you did.
socks.
You said that. You said that. You have to
Okay.
do something else.
All right, fine.
That's a cop out. I'm not letting you say that anymore.
Okay, fine. For the longest time, I used to be like ashamed of like my age. So then what I would do is right before I would go to like an event or anything, especially like industry event, right? So it's like me telling people like I'm 35 is like, I know they're going to be like, oh my God. Like, so then what I would do is damn it, I can't believe I'm telling people this. I would like, okay, so pretend you guys told me you're 23. I would go take the year and I would subtract the 23 and then I'll make sure I have the year down pat in my head. So just in case somebody asks me how old I am and if they think I'm lying, be like, oh my God, you were born 2001 too? Oh my God, me too. So yeah, I used to do that. But now I'm actually not ashamed of my age.
That's being a pathological liar.
It's not. You guys said you wanted a secret. So that was my one secret. I was ashamed of my age, especially after like I turned 30. I was like, oh my God, it's downhill from here. But not really.
What? I heard 30 is when it gets hot and popping.
It is now. It is. It's like you're more coming into like who you are, comfortable with who you are. That I don't give a F attitude just keeps getting like thicker and thicker. And I like that. So yeah, that's what I used to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
Amazing.
I never told anyone that.
So basically 2 liars.
3 liars.
Damn, 3 liars.
Okay, you didn't tell a lie.
You
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't-
tell a
Oh,
lie.
we are liars.
Not a liar per se, you know, just
We are liars. Well, okay, I can admit I'm a liar. I actually went on I did a show like a few weeks ago when I was in New York. Actually, I did like a street interview, and they were like, "What's what's your toxic trait?" I said, "Lying is like showering to me. I have to do it once a day, otherwise I feel
Okay,
very
see,
funky.
I don't do that.
I have to do it once a day, or else I feel very funky."
That's crazy.
Okay, yeah,
Shout
I
out
was.
to. I almost said shout out to SZA. Y'all remember whenever like SZA's a liar? I love SZA. I love SZA so much. That was one of my favorite lures. They were like, SZA be lying. I don't think she's a liar. I think she's misunderstood. Let me say that. Like, I think she's misunderstood. Y'all be twisting her words.
All right, well, I wasn't really lying. I was just, ashamed at the time.
So you lied.
I wasn't coming to myself yet. I wasn't comfortable with myself yet. But now we're here, growth.
How you going through an awkward phase at 30? Like, leave me alone. That's for 13 and 12-year-olds.
Because I just hear people be like, "Oh, industry age. Like if you're 30, you're damn near basically 60."
Well, I have to disagree with that.
Yeah, that's what they said back then. But
I'll say,
Everyone's
listen.
like 30 in the industry, I feel like.
that's
I
very
say, listen,
true.
Victoria Monet popped off in her 30s.
Period. So, and that's when I said I'm done
Exactly.
subtracting years out of
Exactly.
my age.
And that was literally just 2 years ago. You mean tell me you just did this recently?
All right, leave me alone. Okay, anyway, so Riley, anyway.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you so much.
for coming on this episode of the Zillennial Podcast. We appreciate you for pulling
Thank
up.
you,
Guys,
seriously.
who are your celebrity choices and where would they work? Comment it down below. Let me know. And yeah, that is it. We are out. I thought that was a little boo-boo when she first walked in here. Apparently that's not.
Not a little boo-boo, it's La Boo Boo.
I said la boo-boo.
Oh, I thought
You said Lil Boo Boo.
Oh, I said Lil Boo Boo, Lil,
Yeah.
because that's what I thought it was at first. Not gonna lie.
No.
It's La Boo Boo.
La Boo Boo.
La Boo Boo.
I wanted a Lil Boo Boo, but
Aren't they like $600 and they're like
they're
that
so
small?
expensive, yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't
now,
know.
there are many things that I will spend my money on foolishly.
Yeah.
Not
same.
the La Boo Boo.
A
$600.
$14,000 section, maybe.
Yeah.
A La Boo Boo.
I
A
could
little
do
boo boo
that.
is where I draw the line. With that said, guys, we are out. Bye. Bye.